Now I'm ready to start cutting some pieces out of this. It's a good leather hard. I've got my X-Acto knife. So the first thing I'm gonna do, since I'm gonna stack the border on here on top of that thicker slab, I'm gonna carefully cut this border out first, then I'm gonna start cutting the letters out one by one. So I'm gonna make little cuts at a time. And when I do this, I like to set everything back on top of a wooden board. That way I don't accidentally cut through my canvas, or if I'm on a kitchen table or a desk or something at home, you don't want to be leaving marks on that. Okay, very carefully. And again, if you don't have an X-Acto knife, it's not the end of the world. Just use a steak knife, use a pocket knife, something that's got a nice sharp edge to it. But slowly and carefully cut out your pieces. Now, when I do this long cut, I don't need this extra this arcing piece, because I've got that already mapped out on my thicker slab. And remember, that's gonna be where I put my hand sculpted lobster. So as I cut this, I can cut that kind of arc right off of there and discard that. I'm gonna clean up these edges, clean up these corners, get them nice and round. Dee. All right, so I've got the outline of it cut. Now, and everybody's is gonna be a little different. So it's gonna be up to you to pick and choose what you're gonna cut out to stack and attach to that thicker slab. Now I've got this inner part that has all the letters, but I don't wanna cut the letters out yet. I wanna finish with this border line. So super carefully, I'm gonna come in here with the knife. Good. And I didn't go all the way through on that pass, so I'm gonna hit that one more time. I'm gonna do the other long straight edge. Very carefully, like you're hunting the wabbit. Okay, now I'm gonna cut the inner curve. That short straight edge. That next inner curve. Okay, so it looks like I've made it all the way through. So now, I'm gonna carefully take off my thicker slab, set it right here. I know I'm not gonna attach anything yet, but I am, once I take it off of here, I'm gonna set it on top just to see how well everything lines up. And then we can get our kind of first glimpse at what this is gonna look like when they're stacked. So you can see, I've got the thinner slab sitting on top, thicker slab on the bottom. And before I do go and attach this, I'm gonna obviously go through and, although this is kind of flimsy, I'm gonna try to be careful with this. I'm gonna round the inside edges here, round the outside edges. That way everything looks nice and clean and nice and symmetrical. But for the time being, after I cut out a piece, I'm gonna set it on top. Again, not attaching it, but I'm gonna set it on top. That way I'm starting to get a better visual as to how each of the pieces is gonna actually fit related to one another. Next step, I'm gonna start cutting these letters out slowly, carefully, one by one.